Have quorum.
It keeps on changing.
Oh, okay. Essa, let me know when you're ready.
Can we make sure all the directors' cameras are on, Chair?
Okay. If you could check on that, please, Essa.
Okay, sorry. Okay, we can call the meeting to order.
Okay, thank you, Essa. So I would like to call this meeting to order. This is the Hawaii Housing Finance and Development Corporation Special Board of Directors meeting for May 15th, 2024. It is now 1:32 p.m. Essa, could you please take a roll?
In attendance, we have Chair Gary Mackler, Directors Jay Kimura, Don Mende, Luis Salavera, and Scott Glenn, and designee Mary Alice Evans.
Okay, so that's 6 directors in attendance. We have a quorum. Before we go on, I would like to, since we are all attending remotely today for this special board meeting, I would like to ask board members if you could identify anyone else who may be present with you in your remote location. And starting with myself, I will say I am by myself. I have no one attending with me.
I'm by myself.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Jay.
Hi, Chair. So this is Don. So am I.
Okay, thanks.
Chair, this is Louis. I am by myself in my office.
Okay, thank you, Louis.
I'm alone.
Okay. So,
Chair,
okay.
this is Scott Glenn. I'm alone in my office.
Okay, thank you, Scott. So thank you for that. We have one item of business today for this special meeting, and what I'm going to do is I'll read the agenda item, and then I'll ask staff to come up and present, and then after the presentation, I will ask for public testimony. So with that, I would like to read the for action, which is to approve resolution number 201, authorizing the issuance of Hula May multifamily tax exempt revenue bonds for the HPHA School Street redevelopment phase 1A in Honolulu, Oahu, TMK number 1-6-009003. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you,
Second.
Mary Alice. We have a second. Okay, at this time I would like to ask, I guess looks like David Oy, our finance manager, who will be presenting. So go ahead, David.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, members of the board, and for staff for agreeing to this special meeting to approve this request. I'm David Oy, Finance Manager for HHFDC. Again, this request is seeking the board's approval to issue HMMF bonds for the HPHA School Street redevelopment phase 1A project located at 1002 North School Street in Honolulu, Oahu. The project is leasehold on land owned by the Hawaii Public Housing Authority. This is an elderly project with an affordability commitment of 55 years. Project consists of 250 studio, 1 and 2 bedroom units, serving elderly residents at or below 30% and up to 60% of the AMI. The project is a joint development between High Ridge Costa Development Company and the Hawaii Public Housing Authority. Some historical information on the project. Pursuant to Act 88, Session Laws of Hawaii 2021, the state legislature had approved $40 million to be deposited into HHFDC's rental housing revolving fund for the benefit of this project. On October 14th, 2021, HHFDC board approved $71,500,000 in tax-exempt Hula May multifamily bonds as Resolution 163, $5,257,493 in annual federal low-income housing tax credits over 10 years, and $5,257,493 in annual state LIHTC over 5 years. Formal commitment of the aforementioned $40 million in RHF was also formalized by the board on October 14th, 2021. On November 16th, 2023, the Hawaii Public Housing Authority Board of Directors approved the transfer and assignment of the Master Development Agreement for the School Street project from the previous co-developer Retirement Housing Foundation to High Ridge Costa Development Company. All other terms of the Master Development Agreement remained intact. At the January 11th, 2024 HHFDC Board of Directors meeting, the board approved the following increases to the project's awards. He approved the issuance of up to $85,152,261 in HMMF tax-exempt bonds from $71,500,000, up to $6,131,601 in annual federal LIHTC over 10 years and state LIHTC over 5 years, up from the previous annual allocation of $5,257,493, as well as an increase in the RHRF loan from the original $40 million of the legislature's appropriation to $67,860,277. The revised project cost as it stands is $163,188,390. The HMMF note will be a private placement loan transaction with First Hawaiian Bank to provide construction and permanent financing for the project. Staff conducted the required Tax Equity and Fiscal Responsibility Act, or TEFRA hearing, for the increased bond issuance amount on February 9th, 2024. No testimony was received. On May 14th, 2024, the governor gave preliminary approval to issue bonds up to the increased amount of $85,152,261. The project has advised staff that they have received notice that the permits are ready to issue, and all building permit numbers have been assigned today. All construction agreements have been signed and are based on the current scope of work and final approved plans. Closing documents are in final form and are ready to begin the execution process. The project is expected to close as soon as possible while allowing for the final processes and logistics to be completed, with construction commencing thereafter. For the current project schedule, targeted completion is July 2026. Resolution 201 attached to the for action authorizes the issuance, sale, and delivery of HMF bonds not to exceed the requested amount of $85,152,621. Resolution determines and prescribes other certain matters relating thereto, and approves and authorizes related actions as well as the execution and delivery of all related documents and agreements to achieve the bond issuance. This final bond issuance is subject to the availability of funds and the approval of the Department of Budget and Finance and the governor. Staff has reviewed the request and recommends that the Board of Directors approve Resolution 201, which authorizes the tax-exempt issuance of up to $85,152,621 in bonds from the HMF bond program. This is subject to the provisions and conditions contained in Resolution 201, and to authorize the Executive Director to undertake all tasks necessary to effectuate the purposes of this for action. We have representatives from the development team and their supporting staff online with us today if there are any questions from the board.
Thank you, David. Before we go on, I do want to acknowledge that Director Sasaki has joined today's meeting. Director Sasaki, is there anyone attending this meeting with you remotely?
No, there is not. I'm by myself.
Okay, thank you and welcome. So what I'd like to do before we get to questions from the board, I do want to ask if there's anyone in the public that would like to give testimony on this agenda item. This would be your time to offer testimony. Okay, hearing none, is there any,
Sorry,
oh, we do have Mr. Hakeem Kosafi. Would you like to go ahead and provide testimony?
Yeah, thank you very much. Aloha Board Chair, esteemed members of the board and staff. Thank you very much for the opportunity to present this testimony in support of the School Street Senior Housing Development Phase 1. As a representative of the Hawaii Public Housing Authority and as someone deeply entrenched in advocating for affordable housing within our community, I really would like to express my heartfelt appreciation for the steadfast commitment and dedication that's been exhibited by both the HHFDC board and its diligent staff. Calling this special meeting means a lot, specifically to meet the urgent deadline imposed by the project, and it serves as a powerful testament to your unwavering dedication to ensuring that every member of our community have access to safe, dignified, and affordable housing. Your proactive stance in prioritizing this crucial issue to help us meet the closing deadline not only underscores your integrity, but also speaks volumes about your deep-seated compassion for those in need. Your action today will facilitate the timely completion of our housing project. Furthermore, I wanted to express my utmost gratitude to the HHFDC staff, really for their dedication and hard work, which have made this action possible today. Behind every successful initiative really stands a team of committed individuals who work tirelessly behind the scenes, often without seeking acknowledgement. And as a fellow public servant, I can personally attest to the professionalism, expertise, collaborative attitude, unwavering resolve, and just sheer dedication exhibited by your staff throughout this entire process. Their exemplary conduct is truly commendable and serves as an inspiration to us all. With that said, I humbly request that the HHFDC board approve this action item. This crucial decision stands as the culmination of a journey spanning over a few years, marking the final essential step towards realizing our shared vision of increasing the much-needed affordable housing in our state. Once again, speaking both on behalf of the HPHA and on behalf of those who will directly benefit from the completion of this new housing project, I extend my sincerest gratitude. Please accept my heartfelt mahalo for your unwavering dedication and steadfast commitment to the cause of affordable housing. Thank you again for the opportunity to testify.
Thank you, Hakeem. Is there anyone else who'd like to offer testimony? I did see Mo on the Zoom. If he's wanted to share anything with the board, now would be the time.
Hard to follow and act like what Hakeem said. Okay. Where do I go? I mean, I'm like, I shouldn't have turned my camera on. But no, I truly echo what Hakeem said. Really, staff, Dean, David, Jimmy, everybody, and including the board, making an accommodation for a special meeting. You know, as developers, our job is to push. It's just everything takes a lot of time. We push the counties, we push the cities, we push DPP, we push everybody. And really, by nature, we're very nice people, not pushy people. But you got to keep pushing to make it happen. The fact that you guys made this commitment today, the fact that the staff worked with us to the 11th hour, 59th minute, 59 second, is truly a testament, and I can't say more. But to that effect, and about talking about affordable housing, David, I like to one-up David every now and then. It's very hard, but I'll do it today. He said building permits issued. David, building permits in hand. We picked them up. We have the building permits in hand. So the fact is construction has started on the site. There was a building that had to be relocated to preserve the offices for HPHA staff. That's done. Demolition is complete. Grading permit has been issued. Grading activity has started. And we've done that all with the help of our general contractor, Hawaiian Dredging, and financing it. So the reality is, despite that the official construction loan closing and the building permit was not in hand, we started construction back in February, and we are still on schedule to complete it with the initial time frame, even though the closing is occurring hopefully end of this month. But that's the testament as we're pushing, and you as a board, HHFDC staff with David and Dean's leadership, to be able to put us here today allows us to continue construction. So we're not coming before you to tell you we want to start construction. We started. Everything is in hand, ready to go. But, like I said, I can't say it better than Hakeem, but a huge mahalo to Dean and David, a huge mahalo to all of you to take time from your precious time. But we're pushing that schedule and we won't relent. But thank you for your support.
Thank you, Bo. So at this time, I would like to ask board members if you have questions of staff or the co-developers for this project. Is there anyone? Oh, Director Evans, please go right ahead.
Yeah, either Hakeem or Mo, what's the cutoff in age for elderly eligibility for this project?
As in how young?
Oh, yes, correct.
Because, I'm there. It's 55 and old.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, thank you, Chair. That was my only question.
Is there anyone else having questions? Okay, if there are no further questions, I will call for the question. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Thank you, everyone. And again, thank you, staff, for getting this special meeting set up. So there being no further business, I will ask for a motion to adjourn. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second? Anybody want to second that?
Second.
Okay.
Scott.
Thank you. All right. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 Okay. We are now adjourned. Again, thank you and good luck on that project. We're
Thank
looking
you very
forward
much.
to
And
seeing
Mary,
it,
you got to put your name
Thank you,
after
Chair.
mine, then put your name before mine, okay? Just for
Thank
the
you
record.
very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye.
All right, everyone. Have a
Much
great day.
appreciated. Aloha.
Aloha.